Okay, we are live on YouTube now. You guys should be able to hear me. Now, you guys should be able to hear me. Oh, put my headphones on. Okay. So, if you guys are there, can you let me know if the sound is coming through? It should be working. We are talking tech today, as we always do on this channel. We are talking tech on this channel, as always. So I'm working on a review on the Lenovo Slim 7X with a Snapdragon processor right now. That thing is super cool, very impressive. Let me get my light on. Okay, let's hunt for some deals. Let's find some deals. Okay, Best Buy. Let's start with bestbuy.com. So Lenovo Legion Go 2. You guys have that in the States. Unfortunately, in Canada, we just don't have it. I can't get it anywhere. I think I can get it from Lenovo directly, but I don't know. Legion Go 2. Is it there on Best Buy site? Yeah, Legion Go 2. Oh my god. $13.49. That's too much, man. That's too much. Lenovo Legion Go 2. That is too much. How to remove that sticker? Delete. And let's mirror your video. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying that the Legion Go 2, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's too much. It costs too much for what it is. And it's a nice device, but for that amount of money, honestly, just pick up the Legion Go 1. Do you really need the 2? What does the 2 really do that's all that different? Right? It's not that different. It's just not that different of a device. You're going to spend all that more money, and it doesn't really do anything for you. You're just paying more. And what is it, like 20-30% difference in performance? It doesn't make sense. Whereas the Legion Go 1 is... The Legion Go 1, honestly, in my review, was such a great device because now it's on sale. You can pick them up and you're getting a lot of performance for the money. So that's really the big difference there. And then right now I also picked up the Yoga Slim 7X with the Qualcomm Snapdragon chip. So that gives you much better battery life. So looking at the Legion Go 2, I can't pick them up in Canada. I don't know. Are you guys in Canada? You just can't get those here. You can't even pre-order them. It's weird. Everything always comes out in the States first. You can't get them in Canada. So guys, if you're just joining the live, ask me your tech questions. Let me know computers, laptops, phones, or AI tools, and I'll do my best to help you out. If you guys have been seeing all my Gemini videos popping off lately, so I've been showing what Gemini can do, and it's got some pretty cool features. So definitely check those out. And if you're on YouTube, drop a comment. Let me know if you're able to get your hands on a Lenovo Legion Go 2, because I'm still waiting to get mine in Canada. So if I go to bestbuy.ca, are they there now? bestbuy.ca. So Legion Go 2. No. So in Canada, you got the Legion Go S and just the first Legion Go. We don't have the 2s yet. But there is a Legion Go laptop that I looked at recently. It's so nice. The one with the white body. Legion Go, and it has a 5070 graphics card. Again, so hard to come by those. In stock, Best Buy only. This one here. So it looks like they do have available to ship. So I'm going to pick that up pretty soon. What's the Dr. AI name website? I don't know what you mean. Skibbity. What is that guy saying? You guys crack me up, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the Legion Go 2 in Canada. It's so hard to come by. Honestly, you can't get them. They're like impossible to find anywhere. And even the Legion gaming laptops, they have the last generation ones at Best Buy, but the current generation are sold out in all stores. And the moment one pops up, they disappear quick. So I'm trying to find those, and it's pretty hard to get. Say 67, I will gift a Galaxy. You're giving away Galaxies. A lot of you guys ask me for free phones. I'm small, man. I'm a small creator. I just got monetized on YouTube and all that, so like just getting things going. But yeah, I definitely want to give stuff away. You know, once we get some more followers going and we got some more income going, laptop comparison, Slim 7X, Legion Go. Yeah, the Slim 7X is really good. So these new Qualcomm laptops with Snapdragon chips, honestly, if you're not gaming, then they're good. The battery life you get is amazing. I got 18.5 hours on mine, which was absolutely outstanding. So if you're looking for a daily use laptop and you know you're not looking at gaming and office work, web browsing, and you want all day long, true all day long battery, then these Snapdragon laptops are really good. And a lot of the apps are working now too. You know, a while ago, there was people saying that, oh, it's not working, and they had app compatibility issues. In my workflow right now, everything is working. Even DaVinci Resolve, video editing, it's working. So pretty impressive what Snapdragon has done. They did just announce the second generation of the Snapdragon laptops, and there should be even more improvements with those. The big downfall, though, is that gaming is just not there, right? You can obviously cloud game, right? You can stream your games from GeForce Now and streaming services, but if you're going to be doing it locally, even though the performance might be there on the Qualcomm chips, the compatibility just isn't there. Most games just don't work at all. They don't launch or they freeze. In some games, I even see like assets missing from the game. So that's something that you may want to consider. Even for casual gaming, they're not really good devices. But for everything else, productivity, web browsing, doing office work, long battery life, you can get the Snapdragon laptops now with OLED screens, and they last a super long time. So right now I'm working on a video comparing the Yoga 9i, which has a Core Ultra 7 chip, with the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite chip. And performance wise, they're very much the same, but the battery life on my 9i is 8 hours. The battery life on the Snapdragon is 18 and a half hours in my test. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It lasts all day long. Second day, you can even go into a third day and still have full confidence to use a laptop without bringing your charger. So ask me your tech questions, guys. Whatever you got going on. Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools. I just had a meeting with someone from Google talking about Gemini. So they've seen my Gemini videos, if you guys have seen the videos right now. And there's a lot coming from Google right now. They've got a Google Finance tool coming out as well. And Google Trends is being pushed. So they're doing a lot with AI. And of course, they have so much data on hand, so much more than all the other tech companies. What's up, Adri, Andrea, Stephanie, Wilkie 300. Is that Wilkie? Is that who I think it is? I don't know. I can't see her profile right now. Can I see it? I don't know. Liam. So if you guys are on YouTube right now, let me know what questions you have. Tech questions, computers, laptops, AI tools. I'll do my best to help you out. And right now I'm just trying to find a Lenovo Legion Go 2. I'm not going to be able to find that. So the next review I'm working on is probably going to be the Lenovo Legion 7i gaming laptop with the RTX 5070 GPU. The white one with the really nice silver bezel around it. Kind of looks like an iPhone. So very nice build quality. Looks professional. Looks like a business tool. It doesn't look like a gamery type of laptop. So that's something you could take to a business meeting and have full confidence you're going to be taken seriously, and still it's packing a big punch underneath the hood. So that should be amazing. I'm definitely excited for that one. It's hard to come by, but it looks like there's a little bit of inventory starting to show up. Although I will say, for deals, guys, if you want to pick up a laptop, you may want to look at the actual manufacturer's website, because like even these Lenovo Legion laptops, if you go to Lenovo's site, honestly, you get better deals. And when you go to your cart, usually you check out and there's an additional rebate that they put. So if you go to Lenovo's site, like comparing, for example, this one here, this is probably the best one right now to get from Lenovo, $27.99 in Canada. You know what I'm going to do? Let me go to the US, because Canada's market is just not as big. Lenovo Legion 5070. So I know on TikTok, you guys ask me your questions. I'm not able to show you my screen. I probably can if I just move my phone. But I couldn't figure out the live stream between YouTube and TikTok yet. I know it's doable, but there's more setup required for that. I just wanted to hop on tonight, and I was planning this. So Lenovo Legion 5070. Let me find this on Best Buy site. Okay, so this one's the 5060. That's not the one I'm looking at. Do they not have this in the US? 5060. There should be one with a 5070. Oh, it's not there. Renaud. Hello, Heretic. Tinky. Freed. Ask me your tech questions, guys. Tech questions. Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools. If you're looking to make a purchase this weekend, you got your eye on something and you're unsure, ask me your questions. If you're on YouTube, leave me a comment. Ask me your questions. We're just trying to do some deal hunting. I'm looking for the Lenovo Legion laptop. Okay, anyways, let's just go to Canada because I know it's there. So here it is on Best Buy site, right? $27.99. What is that, like $2,000 US? But if I go to Lenovo's site and I search for that same one, so let's go products, Let's go to laptops. Legion. Okay, Legion laptops. Oh, I don't know what support. 5070 is here. This was on sale. Oh, maybe they stopped the sale. Let's see. Usually if I go to the cart, that's a cart. And also keep in mind, when you buy directly from Lenovo, you can also call in, right? If you call in to Lenovo directly or even to Dell, no, see the sale stopped, of course, now that I'm trying to show it. This was $2,400 like a couple of days ago. They probably have more stock now, so that's why they've upped the price. But this was $400 off. It was like $200 off plus an extra $200 rebate when you went into the cart. And so I guess right now it is a bit better. But always check like Lenovo's site or Dell's site because they usually have better deals. Also, they have sales reps. You can call them and negotiate a better deal. They'll give you some extra discount because they're on a commission. So they can knock a little bit of price off and give you a better deal rather than picking it up from Best Buy or Staples. Because those are resellers, right? They have an upsell. They have a margin. They buy it for a certain cost. They add some profit margin on top. And then that's how they make their money, right? And of course, when you go to Best Buy, they're going to want to sell you the Best Buy protection plan, extended warranty. So that's the difference. When you buy directly from Lenovo or from Dell or any one of these manufacturers, you're cutting out the middleman. And also I find that their protection plans are a lot better. Oh, AutoBliss. Hey, AutoBliss. Good to see you guys. Guys, go check out AutoBliss if you're into cars and modification. They're an up-and-coming channel. They're doing a lot of cool stuff right now, a lot of cool projects, so definitely check them out. If you're on TikTok, ask me your questions, guys. Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools. I'm going to do my best to answer all the questions. I see a lot of good guys in the live, but go ahead and drop a question in the comments. And I promise next time I'll figure out how to show you my screen on TikTok and on YouTube at the same time. So yeah, these laptops you can get a better deal if you get them from the manufacturers. Like I was saying, cut out that middleman. So that's a really nice one. Now for gaming, I think that's probably the best one. I know there's also an MSI that's a good deal right now for gaming, but I don't know about the quality when it comes to MSI. It's hard for me to recommend them. I haven't had too much experience with MSI. MSI gaming. Again, this is Canada. You know what? Let me go to the US. Let me go to the US. So when you go to Best Buy, the guys will say there that these MSI gaming laptops are a good deal, right? Like 40, 50. Like, sure, this is last gen, but you're getting under $1,000, 144 hertz. But the build quality is just not the same. The Lenovo laptops are premium. They're made very well. Asus is good too, but I really like Lenovo. And I'm trying not to be a fanboy. I'm trying to give you guys an honest, answer as a reviewer. And I've reviewed a lot of devices now. I think Lenovo makes the highest quality devices. They really do. So let me see. If you guys are watching on YouTube, let me know if the sound is coming through okay. It should be. I think it is. So let me see. If you guys are watching on YouTube, let me know if the sound. No problem. It is. But yeah, drop me your tech questions. Let me know. Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools, and I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. Making a lot of AI videos lately, specifically on Gemini and all the things you can do with it. Thug, are you based in Canada? Yeah, I am in Canada. So I'm streaming on YouTube right now, and I'm trying to show the US prices because there's a lot more American viewers. But yes, I am in Canada. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the good deals or the recommended products, and I'm going to just make tabs. So let's start with the Legion Gaming laptop. Legion Gaming. Is it not here? Maybe the Canadian models and the US models are different. Like they must be, but I didn't think that it was that different. Oh, you know what? Guys, I'm being ridiculous. It was right here. It was right here. Of course, in the US, available, pick up in store. These are completely out of stock in Canada. I can't find them anywhere. This right here, I think this is the best gaming laptop at the moment. The performance, the style, the look, it is so nice. It is so sleek. Where's the body? So if you see what the body looks like, you can pick it up in white. Like when do you see a white gaming laptop? And look at that, like that edge, like the brushed silver edge, right? This is the best laptop right now. If you're looking for gaming, but you want something you can use for business use. Thug says my credit is messed, 610. Okay. Remember, when credit, the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to credit is you got to make your payments on time. Never, never, never go late on your payments. You want to stop using your credit to buy stuff, and you want to lower your total debt ratio. So you want to basically have more credit available to you than what you're actually using. If you start making your payments on time, your credit score will slowly go back up. And whenever they offer you something pre-approved like a credit card, you definitely want to take it right away, because it'll basically change your ratio. So if you have more available credit and even though you've paid nothing off, you get a better ratio, right? The number one thing you want to do is make those payments on time before you think about anything else. Just the minimums. You don't have to pay it off. Just stick with the minimums, right? And never let it go over 30 days past due. Because once it's 30 days past due, then they report to Equifax and TransUnion and all those different organizations, and that hurts your credit. 610 is rough, but I've seen people turn it around. And if you get it over 700, then you're back in business. Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen. Yeah, that's what I would say is focus on your payment schedule. Like, do you have a lot of late payments? Do you have access to like your Equifax credit, Thug? Do you have access to your Equifax? What does it tell you there? It should give you some, hey, Yili's here. What's going on, Yili? We're talking about tech. We're talking about finance. Drop your questions, guys, if you have questions when it comes to like computers, laptops. One late is not bad. Ideally you want 0 lates. So do you have auto payments set up? Was that a credit card or a line of credit? Call your bank, set up auto payments. The minimums. Always have the minimums paid on time. And remember, phone companies can hurt your credit too. It doesn't have that much weight, but they can hurt your credit as well. So you want to make sure to pay those on time as well. Anything that shows up in your credit can hurt you. If you go into my Linktree, I did a whole video on how to get an 800 plus credit score on my car and finance channel. Go check out that video. It'll answer all of your questions. I break down all the things that matter when it comes to credit and how you can increase your credit there. But you should be able to turn around if you just have one late. Don't get another one. You want to keep it as clean as possible. View, where is the video? Which video? Do you mean the video I just mentioned? If you go into my profile, click on the Linktree. I have 2 channels. One is called Pro Shopper. It's my tech channel. Another one's called Big Bazzy. That's my car and finance channel. Click on that channel. There's not that many videos on the channel. There's one that says how to get an 800 plus credit score. That video explains to you everything you need to know when it comes to credit and how to get over 800, 850, right? Everything you need to know from my years of experience in the auto industry and as a finance manager is in that video, and you can, turn it around. It'll take you maybe like a year to really go from like a poor credit situation to having very strong credit. You can turn it around pretty quickly. So on YouTube, Guy says, my only worry with gaming laptops is the cooling. Yeah, that is a big thing, right? Cooling is a tough one, and battery life. They don't have good battery life because you're packing so much performance into a laptop, and you're going to have poor battery life. There's some of those cooling like desk kind of stands, right? Or if you lift the laptop off the table, those can help out too. That's why I want to pick up this Legion one, because I want to see what is the cooling like, because this is a more sleek laptop with an Intel chip, but look, it's got a huge intake at the bottom. And so I'd like to see how does it actually perform. Yeah, View, no problem. Just check it out in my link tree. Everything you need to know is in that video. And if you guys are looking to get a job, I made another video on that channel about how to get any job you want, 99% guaranteed. I made a full employment application package. It's a hack. It's a cheat code. You can turn your life around. Those two videos, how to get any job you want and how to get an 800 plus credit score, can literally change your whole life. If you just focus on what I said in those videos, apply them, and you can make a huge difference there. So just watch those two videos, save them, share them. Look at the notes I put in there as well. It can definitely help you out a lot. Yeah, the intake guy on YouTube. Yeah, the intake is crazy, right? Huge. And pretty big outlets at the back. So I like that one. I'm going to keep that one here for anyone else who joins as my recommended laptops. Then we're going to look at the Lenovo Legion Go 2. Honestly, I don't really think the Legion Go 2 is worth it to get right now. You're better off just getting the Legion Go 1. BestBuy.com. No, let's go.com. The Legion Go 1 is a tremendous value at the moment. Legion Go. So let's see what they have it on sale for. Because I know in Canada it was like $200 off right now. Yeah, look at that. $599. The Legion Go 2 is like $1,300 US. That's well into high-end gaming laptop territory. Of course, you're getting a handheld device, right? So it's going to be something it's better for mobility. If you're a commuter, if you're a student, you want something small, you can take around, fit in your backpack easily. But we're talking like more than double the price. It's not more than double the performance. So I think right now, if you want to pick up the Legion Go 1 on sale, or if you're comfortable looking at a used one, you can save a lot. Like if it's $599 brand new, you could probably get a used one for like $400. For $400, if it's a good working Legion Go 1 with the 1 terabyte SSD, that's an incredible deal. That's a really, really good deal. I was super impressed with that device. The only downside is that the battery life is like 1.5 hours to 2 hours, right? That's really the only thing. But that's kind of the same thing with all these handheld gamers right now, because they just have a lot of performance. They're still running x86 processors. They're working on it. They're trying to make it better. The problem is that there's not a lot of games supported on ARM processors right now. So it's hard to implement that. They're still running Intel or most likely AMD. But one of the nice things I did notice with that one is that the performance, whether you're plugged in or on battery life, was almost the same. And most x86 chips don't work like that. So somehow AMD with this Z1 Extreme has really optimized it for performance when on battery, especially when it comes to gaming. So that was very impressive with the device. You're not having to like plug in to get the most performance. You're just not going to get the best battery life. And as far as the detachable Joy-Cons goes, to be honest, I don't really use it all that much, right? Like it's cool and it makes it like this little mini tablet when you're using it. But I didn't really care for that too much. I just kind of kept it all together. And if you want to plug it into your TV, I tried that as well to use it like a game console, and it did that no problem. So they show it here in this FPS mode. If you're going to be playing like a shooting game, honestly, just use a mouse. Use a Bluetooth mouse or use a plug-in mouse. There's 2 USB Type-C ports on that. So that's definitely a benefit there. Yeah, Guy, the deals on the Legion Go 1, honestly, that device is like 80% as good as a Legion Go 2. It's not that different. And we're talking more than double the price for the Legion Go 2. That's the biggest downside to the Legion Go 2. I don't know what Lenovo's doing there. I think the problem Lenovo has, and this is what any handheld gaming device will have, is that they don't subsidize games, right? Like they don't sell games so they can subsidize the price of the actual unit itself like a game console can. Like the Steam Deck, they probably sell at a loss because Valve's going to make their money back on the games themselves, just like what PlayStation does and probably Nintendo as well. But Lenovo and these other ones, the MSI Claw and all those, they don't have that benefit. So they have to make their margins on the device itself. So it's hard to recommend the Legion Go 2. I really think the Legion Go 1 right now is the one to get. Like if I was going to buy one and use it long term, I wouldn't even look at the 2. I'm going to get one soon for review, but it's going to be a tough sell. I won't be able to really recommend that over the Legion Go 1. That's just a better device, to be honest. Poply 2. Guys, if you're on TikTok, ask me your questions. Tech, laptops, phones, AI. We got some finance questions as well. I'm open to it. Whatever I can do to help you guys out, just let me know. We're talking tech tonight mostly. Guy, if you can get it for a decent price, I mean, yeah, why not, right? The Z2 chip, that's a good question. The Z2 AMD versus the Z1 Extreme. Let's see. They both have the same core count, thread count. 2 years difference. Let's see the benchmarks here. They're probably not that different. So the Z2 is better, but we're talking like a 15% improvement. So here's Cinebench multi-core. Yeah, you're talking like anywhere, depending on the benchmark, like 5 to 15%. Not a tremendous difference. If you're paying double the price to get a Z2 chip compared to what you could get on a Z1 Extreme, it doesn't make sense for like 15% maximum performance difference. Again, it's a tough sell. Like it's not that much better than the Z1 and the first Legion Go. If you can get a really good deal and it's worth it to you to get something new with the warranty and all that, then do it. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to recommend that one right now. And this is what a lot of people are saying, is that the Legion Go 2 is a really nice device, but it's just too expensive, right? Like at that point, do you really need something mobile like that? Could you just get a gaming laptop then? It's hard to recommend that one right now. If you want really good value, the Steam Deck. You can't beat the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck, you can get them for like $400, $300. It's very well supported. What the Legion Go has though is Windows pre-installed with the Legion software. And if you want to play all your games, then Windows is the way to go. That's just the reality. I tried to install SteamOS on the Legion Go, and a lot of stuff didn't really work properly. Some games had better performance, some games had worse performance. So it was a tough thing to recommend to do. I wouldn't buy it with the intention to install SteamOS. I would just leave it the way it comes out of the box. Okay, so what we got here? So we got this gaming laptop. We got the original Legion Go, which I think is really good right now. What else can we find tech-wise? Let's try and find an Ultrabook. Let's try and find a nice laptop. So computers, tablets, laptops. I did really like the Microsoft Surface laptop. Again, if you're not gaming. If you're not gaming, Microsoft makes a really nice laptop. They have really good battery life. But I got even better battery life on the Lenovo Slim 7X, and that was with an OLED screen. The Surface laptop that I was reviewing did not have the OLED screen. Powerful. Let's see here. Also, if you're into Apple, the MacBook Air with the M4 chip, pretty good device. Again, if you're not looking for anything with a touch screen, it's a pretty good device. Asus, I don't really know. I'm torn. This is a good deal. Maybe I shouldn't be using Edge. Is Edge the problem? Leave me know your questions, guys. Tech. If you have any questions about laptops, computers, phones, or AI tools, I'm helping you guys out, answering all your questions. Also, we had some finance questions as well. I'll be glad to help you out. So let me know. This isn't loading. Why isn't this loading? What's going on here? Okay. No, didn't work. Whatever. Let's do it like this. Top laptop deals. So Asus ZenBook A14. I don't really know about Asus. I hear different things. What's going on? Is it because I'm streaming? Something is off right now. Snapdragon X Plus. So this is the X Plus chip with 16 RAM. That's pretty good for that price, man. 32 hours of battery. I wouldn't say it's 32 hours, but 20 hours, you could probably get 20 hours of battery. I just don't know about the build quality and reliability of Asus compared to Lenovo. They're definitely better than MSI. Probably similar to HP. HP's gotten really good lately, to be honest. HP makes a pretty good product. Like, they were really bad back in the day. I think Asus is pretty good too. Like, this is a pretty good one, honestly. I'll recommend that one. Snapdragon. Again, do not game on this thing. This is not a gaming laptop at all. But for productivity and battery life, amazing. This is an amazing laptop. Chromebooks have gotten pretty good too lately for basic use. Let's see Surface. I really like the Microsoft Surface. The Surface laptop is honestly an amazing device. Really good. It's kind of like a do-it-all device. Again, other than gaming. Gaming is always the thing where you need a special device for that. But you get your touch screen, you get amazing battery life, really nice build quality, fast performance. It's a tough laptop to beat. And if you're looking for something that looks and feels like a MacBook but you're a Windows user, these are really good. They do cost a bit more. And in my review, I figured out what Microsoft is doing here is it's a clean, minimal installation of Windows. There's not too much bloatware. Like, you got this Windows widget wall thing. I would just turn that off. And like Xbox app and those, you can delete those. But other than that, there's not any real ads or McAfee pre-installed antivirus, this and that. Or like on Lenovo, there's the Lenovo Vantage app and Asus has an app. There's none of that on the Surface laptop. So what you're paying for is a clean, minimal installation hardware and software optimized together because it's a Microsoft laptop with Microsoft Windows. It's very much like the MacBook from Microsoft. And you feel that when you're using it. So that's what you're paying for, is that clean, minimal feeling. Yeah, McAfee. Every laptop review that I do, I uninstall McAfee. Every time. It's like one of the first things I do. Now it does uninstall and actually stay off now. It used to like reinstall in an update. It might still do that. I haven't had that happen. Like my 9i, I've been using this for like a while now, almost a year, maybe even more, and it hasn't come back. But McAfee's always there because they pay a commission to the manufacturers. They pre-install that. That's just the problem of Windows laptops. They make money on having preloaded software that the user may or may not want. Honestly, Windows Defender is good enough. You don't need McAfee. I would just remove it. If anything, it just slows things down, gets in the way. So this is a pretty good one too. 350 off. That's the 15-inch, which is nice. I prefer like 13, 14-inch, just a little bit more mobile. But 15-inch is pretty good too if you want a bigger screen. I just had someone messaging me about a 16-inch Lenovo laptop, and she wanted the bigger size. So that's probably a good one too. Techtober sale. Lots of stuff is happening right now when it comes to deals. We're getting to that time of year. You're going to see lots of deals. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Boxing Day. It's all around the corner. And there's a lot of early deals happening now. If you want the best deals, you can wait till Black Friday. But sometimes you're getting an older model. You may not want to do that. What else do we have? Let's stick with laptops. Let's see what else we have for laptops. The pre-built PCs, they're okay. They're okay. I still would get something custom made. My friend just got a custom built PC from a local computer shop, and they're better. Yo-ho, it's a 24 karat gold. I don't know what that means. Anthony, I don't know what that means. I like the funny comments. I just wish there was a follow-up to explain it to me. Let's see if I missed anything. One late, yeah. So let's see what else is here. Dell. I think Dell makes a really good machine as well. I'm gonna get into some Dell a little bit more on the channel because I made a short on the TikTok of the Microsoft Surface laptop, and it just created a whole war in the comments. And a lot of people were saying, Dell, how could you not say that Dell makes the best machines? So I've been sleeping on Dell. I gotta definitely get some Dell stuff on the channel and check them out because a lot of people are diehard Dell fans. Not these, the Inspiron, not those, but like the high-end ones. So let's see what Dell is doing. These are the deals right now. None of these are anything too spectacular. What do they have? Like, forget deals. What do they just have in general? These are just on sale, right? So let's go computers. Let's go to laptops. 2-in-1s. Let's go to 2-in-1s. I know people like their 2-in-1s to get that touchscreen tablet feeling. Now let's go to Dell. If we want to go Dell high-end, Dell Plus 2K Ultra 9 Copilot. That's nice. $32 gigs of memory. We got our touch with the 2-in-1 style. And I think a lot of manufacturers now are still using Intel on their flagships, and then they're offering kind of like a in-between model that has Snapdragon, because this is Intel Series 2, and I've heard Series 2 is pretty good. It's pretty good. I have one of the Series 2s, a 256V on a Yoga 7. It's good. It's really, the battery life is not as good as Snapdragon, but pretty good. You can't beat Snapdragon and Apple for battery life. Intel and AMD are close now, especially AMD, but they can't really beat it yet. Yeah, see, is there anything Snapdragon? Ryzen 5. I'm not seeing anything. It's not even on the first page. They may not have it in a 2-in-1. It might be that Dell just keeps that for their normal laptops. So anything like flagship 2-in-1 style, they don't use Qualcomm. One of the problems I came across in the Yoga Slim 7X review is that the actual Lenovo application, it's missing a lot of features. Like it has an OLED screen, and on my 9i you have this auto dimming feature where like if you're hovering over a window, the rest of the screen will dim, but that window stays bright to save power. The Snapdragon model doesn't do that. And a lot of stuff like firmware wise is just not compatible on Snapdragon yet. So apps are pretty good, games are not good. Data use, battery life, amazing. And some of the manufacturer's firmware settings are not quite there yet. I would say though that Snapdragon is ready for prime time. If you're looking for a good everyday laptop and you want really good battery life, get something with a Snapdragon. You're not going to be disappointed as long as you're not gaming, right? And if you want a game, none of these laptops are really the right thing to buy. Yeah, it's hard to find. Can I find a Dell with a Snapdragon? This is what I want to see. I think they're saving it for their like middle grade laptops. Flagships, they probably are going to be just going with Intel because they want that full support, right? They want to be able to add all their extra features, all their firmware support and all that. So that's probably what it is. Good son, how does your Gemini highlight? Please help. I get this question a lot. Good son, that's just a feature that's built into Gemini. It seems to work mostly on flagship Androids like Google and Samsung. Some of the older Androids don't have the highlight feature, and from what I can tell, iPhone doesn't have it at all. So it really depends on your device. One thing you can check is if you go to your settings, there's object recognition, and just double check and make sure that's on. But yeah, I'm getting that question from a lot of people. It seems like Gemini is not really equal on all devices. It seems to work best on Pixel devices and Samsung flagship phones like S25 Ultra, S24 Ultra. Even I had someone who had an S24 FE or S23 FE, and it wasn't working on that one. So I don't know. It's like you think the app works the same, but it doesn't. It could be something to do with the cameras or the sensors in the phone that are required to make that highlighting feature work, because it has to recognize like what it's actually looking at rather than just using images. So I don't know what, if you're there, what device are you using? Maybe your device is just not compatible or something. I know iPhones are not compatible at all. Although I did get one person say that it was working on an iPhone, I couldn't get that to work. S23 Ultra, I don't know. I don't have one on hand, but I think it should work. Have you tried asking it, show me what you're talking about? Like if you're in a store and you're looking at products, ask it like, show me which one you're talking about. And then it'll say, it's this one right here. And it will highlight it. Sometimes I have to actually ask it, like, what are you talking about? And then it will show me which one it's talking about. But normally it just does it on its own. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting that question a lot. It seems to vary from device to device. I think a S23 Ultra should work. That's a flagship device that's not that old. Like, that's still a really solid phone. The response was, I can't highlight. That's the response I get on an iPhone. It says I can't highlight. But on my S24 Ultra, it works. And on the Pixel that I showed. It actually works best on a Pixel, to be honest. It seems to respond the fastest on a Pixel. It could be that Tensor chip and the AI performance, but my Samsung is like almost as good as the Pixel that I was using. Surface laptop. So I was using the Surface Laptop 13, and I really liked it. It was such a nice device. So Surface Let's Shop 13. And if you want like nice colors, I had just the black. They have some really nice colors though. Like this sand color and the blue. The blue looks so good. The blue looks amazing. Guys, if you're on TikTok, tap the screen. Consider following if you like tech videos and ask me your tech questions. When it comes to AI tools, computers, laptops, phones, I'll do my best to help you out. So let me know and make sure you like the live. Surface laptop. Okay, this one, 400 off. 13.8 inch. Snapdragon X Elite. This is a good deal. This is a good deal. I would recommend this one. If you, let's say you're an Apple user and you use a MacBook personally and you need to get a Windows laptop for work or the other way around, this is your best laptop. This is the closest thing you're going to get to like that clean MacBook experience, hardware and software from one company, but using Microsoft Windows. They copied. There's even like the magnet charger. Like they copied all the best things about Apple, except it has a touch screen and full Windows apps compatibility. The only thing you're missing out on this laptop when it comes to other Windows laptops is it doesn't have a 360 hinge. It doesn't flip all the way back. So if you want to use it actually as a tablet, you have to get the Microsoft Surface and not the laptop. But it's weird the way that they do the models there, because they could just make this flip all the way back and really compete with like Lenovo Yogas and the Dell 2-in-1s, but they have the Surface tablet, which has a detachable keyboard. It's not really a laptop, so the screen has to stand on the back with that little plate there, whereas this one here is just a normal laptop, but then you're missing out on the 360 hinge. I don't know why Microsoft is doing that. I would hope that they would combine it into one type of device where you get this laptop and that it flips all the way back. So, you know, you get that true 2-in-1 feeling like what you get from Lenovo and Dell and other manufacturers. Microsoft is being a little bit like Apple here. Again, makes sense. They're copying what Apple's design looks like. But they're creating like this fake limitation where the Surface laptop and the normal Surface tablet are just different enough where you may want to buy one or the other, and they don't want to give you everything in one. They could just put a 360 hinge on this laptop, and then honestly, I would probably switch the Surface over Lenovo's because I was so impressed with this laptop. I really, really liked it. I've heard some things about like durability. I don't know. I didn't use it for long enough to know. I know Lenovo's durability is outstanding. Never had a Lenovo break in any sort of way. This, because it's built so similarly to a MacBook, it might be a little bit more fragile than a Lenovo's body. But other than that, again, that's just from other people. I didn't experience anything like that. Hey, welcome to the live. Ask me your tech questions, computers, laptops, phones. We're doing some deal hunting on the YouTube live. HP's having a lot of sales right now. Techtober. Oh, i3 8 gigabytes, 128. $200 laptop. At least this is a i3. Good for basic use, but this is going to be slow from day one. They have one that's got a Pentium processor, probably even less than this, and it is terribly slow. Even in demo mode at the store, it's so slow. I would not recommend it. At this price point, you should probably pick up a Chromebook. That's a pretty big sale though, $280 off. Like it's more than like half the price or less than half the price. Half discounted. When do you see that on a laptop? Like 60% off. I mean, that's pretty low price. For some people, it might make sense. You may need an app that's just on Windows. But this 11 hours video playback, I don't know. I don't trust it. Habibi Kifak, I don't know what that means. I hope it's not a bad word in Arabic. Guys, tap the screen. No, I'm not. I'm not Arabic. I'm Persian. My parents are from Iran, but similar. We are very similar cultures. Close enough. Oh, nice. I've never been. I don't know. Were you born in the West? Yeah. The Iranian barbecue is pretty good. Kebab is amazing. Outstanding. There's a place in Toronto called Sumac, though. A Iraqi barbecue. It's amazing. Unbelievably good. Like, I can't believe it. Vaziri. Yeah, Vaziri is amazing. It's good stuff. Where's your family from? Okay, so we got the gaming Legion. We got the Legion Go Gen 1, which I think is a really good deal right now. We got the Asus ZenBook, which is a huge discount. The Surface laptop, 13.8 inch. TikTok is making me verify. Okay. Palestine, but born in Jordan. Oh, very nice. So you have a lot of culture and good food around you. I'm in Canada. My family's from Iran. I was born in Canada. Galaxy line, yeah, honestly. Galaxy needs to add MagSafe. So while I'm streaming on the phone, I was going to show you. I put a MagSafe case on my Galaxy, and now it's compatible with like the phone mount and stuff. But I think they need to add that. They need to add that like out of the box, like Google has done with the Pixel. Tap the screen, guys. Let's get to 5,000 likes. If you can, just if you're watching, tap your screens. Let's see if we can get some more people to come on to the live. Ask your tech questions, computers, laptops, phones, AI. I'll do my best to answer. Oh, Pixel. So Pixel right now really works well with Gemini and the AI tools. And the software is very clean, very minimal, works well. Where it kind of falls apart is performance. So Google is making their own Tensor processor. They're not using Qualcomm like Samsung. Samsung makes their own chip called Exynos, but they don't use it in their flagship phones. So I don't know. I can't really recommend a Pixel over a Samsung if you're an Android user. Samsung just has the better overall package. But where I would say Pixel is a good device is if you're coming over from iPhone and you want to switch to an Android and you want to keep all your MagSafe accessories and you want that kind of clean, minimal software, you might be better off with a Pixel to start. And then your next phone, you'll probably graduate to a Samsung Ultra. So that's where I think Pixel is right now. They don't have the performance, the speed of what you get from Samsung. Hardware isn't great. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And even the camera, I did a full review. If you go into my link tree on ProShopper channel, you see the YouTube name there. I did a review on the Pixel 10 that just came out, and I compared it with my S24 from last year, and it's not even a comparison. Samsung is better. Way better camera, way better performance. So when it comes to the hardware, I would still give it to Samsung. Google has a nice software, very clean and minimal, but the performance just isn't there, and the camera is just not there either. They used to, like Pixel used to have the best cameras, but that's not the case anymore. Samsung has surpassed them. Samsung is the best cameras, I think, right now. Recommend MacBook on back market fully refurbished. There's a YouTube channel, a guy named Luke Miani. He did a whole investigation. He's a big channel, like 500,000-600,000 subscribers. He did a big investigation. I don't know if you're talking about eBay, but there's a lot of these resellers on eBay selling MacBooks, and they're overcharging. They have these like warranties that they claim that they have, but actually when you go to make a claim against the warranty, they only cover like a certain thing, and they charge you like crazy amount for parts. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough when it comes to used MacBooks. If you want to save some money on a MacBook, look at Apple's own refurbished plan, right? Their own refurbished site. There's some good deals there, and you're still buying from Apple, and you're still getting Apple's full warranty, Apple's full service. You can add Apple Care. I have a hard time recommending used or refurbished MacBooks because they can't be fixed easily, right? Like if you're buying a used like Lenovo or HP, it's okay. You can fix the battery, you can change the SSD. Even if you really need to fix a screen that's broken, you can get it. But when it comes to buying a MacBook, it's just hard to recommend a used MacBook unless you're buying from Apple refurbished, or if you're buying from like a very credible physical store and you go there, they've got a bunch of MacBooks, they fix them there, and they've got good reviews, that might be a good option. But like these eBay sellers, they just flip these old MacBooks because people, they like Apple, especially the older ones, and they think they're getting something high end, but it's not. It's a very old one, and you're overpaying for that. So I'll be careful when it comes to like refurbished and used MacBooks. It's tough to know what you're getting. Check out Apple's refurbished site. I think that's the best place if you want to save some money on a MacBook. Check out they may even have M3 MacBook Airs right now for like a really good deal. That might be the best place to check. Ask your tech questions, guys. Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools. If you're on YouTube or on TikTok, drop your questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Donald Smokes, what's going on? Okay. Why don't I go to Apple's refurbished site right now? Apple refurbished. So on the YouTube stream, I'm going to check out Apple refurbished right now and see what I can find. Certified refurbished products, Apple. This is Canada. Mac. Wow, look at that. 480. Of course, it's an M1. Like, that's old. 480 off, I should say. Sorry. 800. Not bad. You might find a decent deal here. It's not a lot off. It's still going to be expensive, but at least you're getting it with peace of mind. Let's say you find something on eBay and it's like another 100 or 200 off of here, but you end up having a problem later. You're going to be like, oh man, I regret that. I shouldn't have bought that. So with Apple, it's best to just buy new or certified refurbished from them directly. They have some decent deals there. They still have M1. That's crazy. They're still selling M1. M1 is still okay. It's still pretty good for like day-to-day use. Drop your questions, guys. Tech questions, laptops, phones, AI, tools, and I'll be happy to answer for you. Do the best that I can. Give you some direction before you do your weekend shopping. One really good thing is if you guys are into projectors, is this one here. It's called Orzen. So I bought a couple of different projectors. And this one here, Orzen D1, this is a really good projector. Honestly, I use this one at home. I bought their Pro version. I did a full video on it. I bought the D1 and the D1 Pro. Honestly, the D1's better. It has clearer lens. It has pretty good speakers, and the price is right. And if you get one of these, you put it on a tripod and you pair it with some Bluetooth speakers, and you can have a movie theater in your home for like super low budget. And I have it at like a 250-inch screen in my room. It's insane. People see it and they're like, wow. You could tell someone you paid like $3,000 for the projector, and they'll think that you actually paid $3,000 for it. It's unreal. So if you're looking for, a big screen on a budget, this is a good option. It's not going to replace a TV. Like projectors don't replace a TV because you can't use them during the day. There's some dust you got to clean out. There is some fan noise. But if you got a dark room or like you're setting up a home theater, this one here, you can't go wrong with it. Super impressive. It's an amazing device. So let's see next. What else we got at Best Buy? Tap the screen, guys. Drop your questions. Tech questions, computers, laptops, phones, and AI tools. I'll do my best to help you out and get your questions answered before you do your shopping on the weekend. PS5. Well, this is .ca. Let me go to .com. I always end up on Canada's site, but I know most of you guys are in the US, so I want to help you guys out. Okay, what about gaming PCs? What about gaming PCs? Let's see what there is right now. BestBuy.com, pre-made PCs. What do we got? Let's go gaming desktops. Ask me your questions, guys. Tech questions, computers, laptops, AI tools, and phones. I'll do my best to answer them before the weekend so you can get your shopping in and buy with confidence. iBuyPower, CyberPower. They're competitors despite the similar name. 14400F, 5060, 5060. I mean, those are pretty decent. 25K 5070 Ti, MSI CyberPower. CyberPower and iBuyPower are pretty good companies. I've watched videos on them, and like they have a pretty good setup. A little bit more budget friendly is AMD. I think a lot of people are sleeping on AMD graphics, including me. You know, I use NVENC decoding and video stuff, so like I just blindly stick with NVIDIA. But honestly, I think AMD makes a pretty good product too. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on them, at least when it comes to gaming, and if you don't care about ray tracing. Asus. So this gives you a 5070 Ti for 2600. MSI gives you a 5080. That's pretty good. This one's pretty good. It's expensive. It is a last gen processor though. But if gaming is your priority, then that's not going to really matter. The 5080 you're getting in here, it's pretty good. That's a nice system. Good reviews. 2 terabytes of storage, lots of storage, memory. This is a good all-around system. Gaming, content creation, streaming, engineering, design, whatever you're doing, this thing has it all. If you're doing a lot of 4K stuff, 32 gigs is kind of cutting it close. But you could probably slap in another 2 sticks of RAM. Ooh, no. You can't. If this picture is accurate, there is no more RAM slots. So you'd have to swap out the kit, like sell that kit and go for a 64 or a 128. Because if you're video editing, you're going to use a lot of RAM. When I'm editing a 4K timeline and I've got 32 gigs in my system, I'm at like 26, 28 gigs of RAM being used. So a couple of effects, a couple of stuff being added on there, and you know, it's going to start swapping to the SSD. Tap the screen, guys. Ask for your tech questions. Computers, phones, AI, laptops. I'll do my best to answer them. Coachy you. Welcome to the stream. Ask me your tech questions. I'll help you out as best as I can. I wish we had Huawei here. Yeah, Huawei left because of a whole privacy thing. Many years ago. It was like 2018. There was a whole problem with Huawei selling data. But I was in Thailand and there was a lot of phones there that we don't get. Nice phones, like folding phones and all that. Here it's just Samsung that has folding phones. But in Asia and other markets, they have a lot more options when it comes to phones. Let's get to 5,000 likes, guys. Tap the screen. 5,000 likes is my goal before I can say this was a successful live stream on TikTok. So hit that button there. Ask me your tech questions. Computers, laptops, phones, AI. I'll do my best to answer. Morrow, welcome to the stream, Morrow. Ask me your questions, tech questions, computers, laptops, phones, AI. I'll do my best to answer. So that's a good gaming desktop there. I recommend that one. Bestbuy.com. Tap the screen, ask me your questions, guys. I'll do my best to answer. And Sunday. So these are all this weekend deals. These lower end gaming laptops, they don't even have GPUs. They're running integrated graphics, which is decent. Don't get me wrong. You can play games 720, maybe some games 1080. But they really shouldn't be called gaming laptops. They just put like an RGB keyboard, slightly better cooling, which is fair, and then say it's a gaming laptop. Surface Pro. So this is the one I was talking about. Snapdragon X Plus. Yeah. Microsoft is kind of doing a weird thing with their lineup where they don't want to give you a 2-in-1 laptop. They separate it. Now this is kind of like a laptop, but remember that it's top heavy because it is a tablet. So what's going to end up happening is if you want to actually use it on your lap, you're not going to be able to because you need that stand at the back. So this is really for someone who wants a tablet first and also would like to have a keyboard. But this is not really a laptop. But it is powered by Snapdragon. So you're going to get amazing battery life on this. You'll probably get 20 hours of battery life on this thing. 12-inch screen. And does it have OLED? 1400p screen. I don't think it has OLED, which, yeah, LCD. So you're going to get amazing battery life on this thing. For sure, you will get 20 hours of battery life on this thing. Because it's non-OLED, it's only 12-inch with a Snapdragon. You're going to get amazing battery life on this device. And for that price, yeah, I recommend that. I think that's a pretty good device to have. That's pretty good. Tap the screen, guys. Ask me your questions. Computers, laptops, phones, AI. I'll do my best to answer before you're shopping on the weekend. What about considering a Lenovo Legion Pro 7i gaming laptop with a 5070 Ti, and if I wonder if it's worth getting? Ooh, guy, that's a tough. I mean, obviously the gaming laptop is going to cost a lot more. You got to ask yourself the question, do you plan on actually gaming while you're commuting? Like, are you a commuter? Do you take the train or like the bus a lot? Because that's where the Legion Go 2 comes into play, or on planes. Like if you're going to be traveling a lot, then the Legion Go is a nice device to have. But if you're going to be moving from place to place and you're going to plug in and have like a gaming station, then the laptop is certainly better. And it definitely costs a lot more. And compatibility is still better on a laptop. Like some things don't really work properly on these handheld gaming devices, although they are running Windows. Like for example, when I plugged into my TV, because I wanted to use the Legion Go as a gaming handheld. I don't know about the Go 2, but the Go 1, I was only getting like 30 FPS locked on my TV, even though my TV is 60 hertz. Whereas like a laptop doesn't have that issue. So there's still some limitations in these handheld gamers. But the main thing you have to ask yourself is, do you plan on gaming while you're on the go? Trains, airplane, you know, at school or at work. I'm not sure, you know, if you're a student or you're working, but that's really where the handheld gamers come into play. Some people like just using them at home. Like if you're just like on the couch and someone else is watching the TV and you want to play a game, you might enjoy like that closer experience of the handheld gamer. But obviously it won't compare with the gaming laptop as far as performance goes. Gaming laptop's gonna, that 5070 Ti, that's a beast of a machine there. I really like that laptop. It costs a lot more though. It just depends on if you're a commuter or not. If you're commuting, then definitely take a look at one of the Legion Go's. Or what you can do, you could just get both. If you buy the first Legion Go, get a used one or find a really good sale on one. That still leaves you a ton of budget to go get a gaming laptop. If you have the type of budget for the Legion Pro, you could get a Legion Go 1 for now and then get a gaming laptop later or a gaming desktop or something. Because the Legion Go 1 is such a good price at the moment. Let's see if I can find the laptop you were talking about. Legion Pro 7i 5070 Ti in a laptop. Man, that's nice. Is it this one? No, that's 5080. Let me see if it'll give me an option here. The 80. Uh, 16-inch. I wonder if it's this one. 5070 Ti. It's probably this one. Legion Pro. No, sorry, you said 7i. That's a 5i, so that won't have the same body. Amazon 2149. Not bad. Just make sure you're buying it from a seller where you have proper returns. It should be a Prime deal. Because I've bought a laptop on Amazon that said it was new, and I opened it and it wasn't new. It was open box. It had a small little corner like nick on it or something. Wasn't a big deal. I just kept it. But it definitely was someone pretending to be a brand new laptop, and it was open box. So just make sure with Amazon, because Amazon, it's not really as trustworthy as like Best Buy. But there are good deals to be had. Just make sure it's a Prime deal so you can return it if something is wrong. You have a time, like a long time, over a month to return it. But that might be a good option for you. I would look into that. Are you mostly using it for gaming? Or do you do like for work or school as well? If you're on TikTok, guys, tap the screen and ask me your tech questions. I'll do my best to answer. What's going on, Sam? Let me know if you have any questions. Computers, laptops, phones, AI. I'll do my best to answer. So yeah, strictly gaming and media consumption, especially comes with an OLED panel. Yeah, OLEDs are so nice. When you use an OLED beside an LCD, it's no comparison. You can't go back to LCD. Everything looks dull. Everything looks faded. OLED, it's the way to go, man. Especially for a gaming laptop where battery is not really a big concern. OLED is a good choice. Have you tried like a handheld gamer? Have you used one, a Legion Go or like a Steam Deck or something, just to see if it's something you like? Because gaming laptops are amazing. We all know that. The handheld gamers, some people like them, some people don't. I like it. I thought it was cool. For longer gaming sessions, though, holding it is not comfortable compared to like having a desk and a gaming laptop. Because they're pretty heavy. See these MSI ones. They're decent deals. Like, look at that. RTX 5080. $19.99. That's a good deal, man. When I go to Best Buy, because I go to Best Buy all the time, I talk to the guys there, they know me. A lot of them say these MSI ones are the best value. What you get for what you pay, gaming laptops, MSI is amazing. I just don't know about the quality. I haven't had one long enough. But you definitely get a lot of bang for your buck. To get a 5080 at that price, that's pretty tough to beat. I doubt this is OLED though. This won't be an OLED screen. No way. Not at that price. QHD, yeah, it's not. If it was OLED, they would have said it. They would have said that it's OLED here. They would have proudly put that in the name. Tap the screen, guys, if you're on the TikTok live. Ask me your tech questions. I'll do my best to answer. Computers, laptops, phones, AI, before you do shopping on the weekend. Let me know your tech questions. So you have a Switch OLED and you use it a ton. Now looking for something more powerful. Okay. So you're already into the handhelds. Yeah, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to think of. But I didn't see if you answered. Are you commuting a lot? Do you use your, like, when you're playing your Switch, is it mostly at home? Or do you play it, like, do you go around and you take it with you? Because that's a big factor. Like, hauling around a gaming laptop is uncomfortable. They're heavy. The charging brick is big. These handheld gamers, like the Legion Go, comes with such a nice case, travel case with a little handle and a little pass-through for the charging port. So, like, if you're going to be gaming on the go, they're so much nicer. If you're not commuting too much, you may not want to. And if you get the Legion Go 1, that gives you some flexibility. You could possibly, in your budget, even get a gaming laptop and a Legion Go 1. John asks, I have $1,200 to $1,500 budget for a gaming computer. Any recommendations? I was looking on Best Buy. One of the best things you can do, John, is if you can find a local system integrator. Like, if you check on Facebook or these local shops, people that build and sell custom gaming computers, obviously you want someone that's credible, that's been doing it for a while, gives you a warranty. Sometimes they have really, really good deals because they'll come across all sorts of items and, you know, they'll put a computer together. They'll even sometimes deliver it to you, set it up. I have a friend who just bought one. He got a really good deal and he even got a 3-year warranty with it as well. And like most manufacturers give you a 1-year warranty. You got to pay for extended warranty. Whereas these like private system integrators usually will give you a better warranty because they want to compete with the big box stores. See if you can find someone that will build you one custom. That's usually the way to go to get the best bang for buck and get it from someone credible with good reviews. Maybe talk to someone who's bought from them before. There's lots of these guys on Facebook now, and like they're pretty good, you know, especially if they have a lot of good reviews and happy customers. And if they have a store, like you want someone that has a physical store you can go back to in case you have a problem. I find that the best deals for gaming computers is either to build it yourself, and if you can't build it yourself, get one of these private system integrators to do it because they'll give you the best value. The pre-built computers are okay, you know, but they don't have a lot of upgradability. They use weird proprietary parts. That's still the case. Like right now on the YouTube live stream, I was looking up a gaming computer, an MSI desktop, and it only has 2 RAM slots. And so that computer, if I want to upgrade just something as simple as upgrading RAM, I wouldn't be able to. I'm already limited by that because it's using a motherboard that only has 2 RAM slots. Whereas if you get like a custom system integrator, they're not going to cut corners like that. They'll give you the best thing, right? That you can afford. Guy on YouTube, no commuting. Mostly game at home. Yeah, then I mean, you don't really need a Legion Go unless you really want to game on the couch or like in the backyard or something. But like, I mean, you're not gonna do that all that often. The gaming laptop, like if we're talking, look, if we're talking the Legion Go 2, man, get the gaming laptop because the Legion Go 2 is what, 1300, and you found a deal for that one for 2100. It's more, like it's a lot more, but you're getting way more than double the performance. You're getting like 10 times the performance for double the price. So if we're talking like value for what you're getting, then the laptop is a lot better. Bigger screen, way better performance. You can still take it around if you want to. Where the Legion Go has the benefit is gaming on battery power. It definitely will do that better. And I remember you're coming from a Switch as well. A Switch is a much more complete user experience than even a Legion Go. When I got the Legion Go and I was setting it up, there's like 500 Windows updates. Windows is popping up. There's a widget bar thing. I got to disable that. There's driver updates and stuff. Like it's a PC. You're doing all the tedious PC stuff. You don't have any of that with your Switch. Your Switch is a dedicated game console. So that's one downside to getting one of these Windows handheld gamers is that you're doing all the maintenance that you're doing with a PC without a lot of the benefits of a PC. Whereas with your laptop, it kind of makes more sense. You're getting a full computer, full size keyboard. There's no cutting corners anywhere on the laptop. So that's also another thing to consider. In your case, if you're not commuting, it's hard to say if you should get. Definitely don't get the Legion Go 2. Not for that price. If anything, see if you can squeeze a Legion Go 1, even like a pre-owned one or something, just to get that, get your hands in there, and get your laptop. Like the laptop's going to be the thing you're going to do your main heavy loads on. If you're doing competitive gaming, if you're doing like Fortnite or like those shooting games, it's going to be way better on the laptop, without a doubt. Tap the screen, guys. I'm trying to get to 5,000 likes. And yeah, your laptop plus your Switch would be, more enough. Because then you're kind of getting the best of both, right? You're getting your powerful Windows laptop and your dedicated, simple user interface Switch. The Legion Go is not really specifically for your type of use case. They really made that for people that want PC gaming who are commuting. People who spend a lot of time on the train or they fly around a lot, they're on an airplane, they want to play games. That's really who it's for. On TikTok, guys, ask me your questions. Tech questions, computers, laptops, phones, and AI tools. I'll do my best to answer your questions. Do I have an affiliate link for Amazon? I do. If you go into the description of the video and just click on any one of my Amazon links, that'll take you to Amazon. I can try and find the one. Amazon.com. I'm guessing it's .com, right? Legion Pro 7i 5070 Ti. I can't really find the one that you were talking about. You said you found one for 21, like 2100. That's pretty good. And a 5070 Ti. Yeah, I mean, if you click any of my Amazon links, it'll get you onto Amazon, and then whatever you have in your cart and stuff. If you're just thinking about supporting, the stream. If not, no worries, because I can't find it on my end here. You know, you probably are seeing something from like a specific seller who has one. Because even on like Amazon.com, I can't find for 2100. I found one with a 5070 for like 2400. So the deal you found is better. That's a pretty good deal. If you can pick that one up, I mean, that's pretty good. I'd go for that. Just make sure you have a good. Yeah, 2149 was on sale already. Yeah. That's like, honestly, that's pretty good. 2149 with a 5070 Ti. Just make sure it's a prime deal and you can return it in case there's a problem and if it's open box or something. Because that's the only thing that happened to me. Like I said, I bought one. It was supposed to be new and it was open. It had a little scratch on it. I didn't mind. I just kept it anyways. It wasn't a big deal. There was no problem with the laptop. It was a tiny scratch. You could barely see it. But just make sure, because sometimes that's what these Amazon deals are. But that's pretty good. If it's legit and you get it and you're happy and everything's good, man, that's good. You're laughing. That's going to be a good laptop for a really long time. Crimson, welcome to the TikTok stream. If you have any questions, let me know. Computers, laptops, phones, and AI tools. I'll do my best to answer your questions. So we got the gaming desktop here. See, if I'm looking at the Legion 7i, I'm only getting a 5070. You're getting a 5070 Ti for $2149. That's amazing. I don't see too many of them with a 5070 Ti, to be honest. Like, what's this one? No. That's a lower one. That's a 5060. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good. I go for that. Okay, let's look at phones. Of course, iPhone 17 is out now. And Samsung's going to be releasing the new phones in January, as they always do. I probably won't get one this January because my S24 Ultra is still really good. Unless there's like some killer feature that I really need, but I doubt it. And phones unlocked, yeah. I did get my phone through the carrier, but I hadn't done that in a long time. I usually recommend just getting the phones outright unlocked. Let's see Galaxy right now. See, S25 Ultra, it's late in the cycle to buy it. That's why I have it on sale. Normally it's not on sale unless you go through a carrier. Right now it's late in the cycle. The new one is only in a couple of months. So I would just wait for that. I wouldn't pick one of these up at this moment. Unless you really need a phone right now. Like you need a phone at this moment. Your phone just broke. Okay, grab it. The new one will come out. It's not going to be that big of a difference. You'll just be one generation old. I saw a video of a Z Flip, someone doing a Z Flip and they were holding it sideways with the screen like tilted like that, like those old camcorders. It was pretty cool. I don't know if I'd use it like that other than to make a funny TikTok video. But the flip phones, I don't know about the flip phones. I don't know. I had a G8X, LG G8X. That was a dual screen phone. It was two separate screens. And so the screen was part of the case. That was pretty cool. LG G8X, dual screen. So I had this phone. That's actually the case. So obviously it's not as seamless as as an actual like folding phone. But what you get with this phone is you get good multitasking. You run two different apps at the same time and you can take the phone out of the case. So that was the only thing I had that was similar to like a folding phone. But durability, I wasn't a concern because it was just a case. Whereas these folding phones, I'm sure they're better. I just don't know. About durability. And also, like, if you're watching videos, it doesn't fill the screen. You're going to get huge black bars at the top and bottom. So it doesn't really make sense for watching videos either. It's more so for just like using different apps, productivity, even multitasking. If you want to get a Samsung Trifold, no, I haven't. I've seen, is it Xiaomi? I think Xiaomi has one, the Trifold. I haven't seen Samsung have a Trifold. Samsung Trifold. Reed, welcome to the stream. Top of the screen, guys. Let's get to 5,000 likes and ask me your tech questions. Come hop over on YouTube as well if you want. Oh my God, guy, you're right. That's like a concept leak. Oh wow. Trifold. Yeah, that's cool. See, that kind of addresses what I was saying, because this looks like it'll be 16:9 or close to it. So when you're watching a video, you're not going to have as big of black bars. That's pretty cool. Would I actually buy it? Like, would you actually buy it? I don't know. I don't even know if I would really want to buy it. I definitely would like to review it though. But man, that's cool. That's cool. That's like a TV, 16:9 aspect. Watching videos, this addresses exactly what I said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These phones are really like an engineering exercise. They want to show what they can do. And Apple probably, there's a lot of rumors that Apple may do a fold and the screen will be manufactured by Samsung. I don't know how many they're going to sell, but that's a pretty cool looking device. Wow. You showed me something new, my friend. I didn't know that Samsung was making that. It's leaked. That's amazing. Now imagine the price, because the price is already like insane on the fold phones. What's this one going to be? Like $5,000? People are going to like refinance their homes for this. Then they're going to ask me credit questions. Azbiek on TikTok. What's going on, man? Everything is going to a bad place. How come? The future is bright, man. The future is bright. It's tough. Everything's tough, but the future is bright. Yeah, guy, minimum 3K. Minimum 3K. There's going to be those people that just buy because they want to have the coolest, newest gadget. I wouldn't see myself actually using the phone. Especially because the fold phones, there's compromises over the Ultras. Like they don't have all the same cameras and features that the Ultras have. So you're kind of paying for a novelty. But it's certainly cool. Cool tech, for sure. Thanks for telling me about that. It's kind of mind-blowing. Okay, anything else? Let's find one more really good deal right now. Best Buy. Corpse Garden Joint. Interesting name. TVs, honestly, Black Friday. That's where you get your best deals. Black Friday deals for TVs are heavily discounted because they just sell so much volume. Cameras and drones. I want to get a drone. I had one a while back. I sold it. I want to get another one. They're cool. I don't really have a need for it, but they're cool. ZV-1, yeah. I had one of these. The older one. They're good. They're nice. I film on an S24 Ultra, all my videos. But this would be nice to be able to see myself. I could pick up one of those screens that sticks to the back of my phone. But this would probably produce better quality. What's annoying about these is you can't just drop files to your computer easily. Unless they have some sort of wireless file transfer. But like on my phone, I just drop it to the computer, make my video. I use Local Send or KDE Connect. That's the thing I don't like about cameras. SD cards. Like I don't want to go messing around with SD cards. I just want to get my footage and get to editing. So just a recap for you guys who are there. Legion Go. Really good deal. First generation Legion Go. Don't even look at the second one. Way too expensive. It's not that much better. Asus ZenBook. $420 off right now. That's a pretty good laptop. And the Snapdragon X Plus. Amazing battery life. Surface laptop. Amazing laptop. 400 off. That's an X Elite, so the fastest performance you'll get from Snapdragon. And then Orzen EASE D1 projector. Really nice device there. I have that one. I use it all the time. I really like that. And then the Surface Pro tablet. If you want even better battery life and you don't really care to have the keyboard attached, you want a tablet. Really good device. Found this MSI gaming computer, which is pretty good. It does have the limitations of a pre-built, but not bad considering it's got a 5080. And then this one here, really good laptop deal. 2000 with a 5080 mobile. Pretty good. I would definitely recommend that one there. We're not buying this, bro. You're not buying it? How come, man? Ask your questions. Ask your questions. Tap the screen. Jay. Computers, laptops, phones. I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Yeah, this gaming laptop is pretty good too. Sony Cam, $100 off for the ZV-1. That's not bad either. Okay. Anything else? Google Pixel. Pixels are nice, but again, like I said, the performance is just not. The performance is just not there. Not compared to Samsung. Buffering problem. All looks good on my end. Ask your questions, guys. Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools. I'll do my best to answer them and help you out. Yeah, Pixel phones. Pixel phones are really nice, especially if you're coming from an iPhone. But I can't recommend them over a Samsung. They're not as good. Samsung gives you a more complete package and better performance and better cameras. In my review, I show the difference between the cameras, and the Pixel is just, it's not as good. It's not as good as the Samsung. Tech questions. Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools. Drop your questions. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Okay, guy, I hope that helps you out. So I think that laptop that you were saying, probably go with that one. That deal you found is amazing. I couldn't find something lower than that. So pretty good for the 2149. Okay. What did I miss here? Akbek. Everything is going wrong? How come, man? Why are you not doing well? Can't see your profile. Shugmak. You got any computer questions? Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools? Go check out my Gemini videos. They're popping off. I had a meeting with Google about them. So if you want to see what AI can really do, there's another company I'm working with right now that has an AI tool to make your own apps and websites, which is pretty interesting. I just got what your name is. And you have a Batman picture. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. Yeah, guy, I had a meeting with Google. I did. Because if you see my shorts, I've been showing Gemini and all these different things Gemini does. And someone from Google reached out to me, and I had a meeting with them. And so I'm working with them right now to come up with some new ideas they want me to show. It's not like a sponsorship or anything like that. But, you know, it turns out that the team that makes Gemini has actually seen my videos. So they're like, man, these videos are really good. And they gave me some access to some new tools they're coming out with. Google's coming out with a finance tool, like a finance AI that's going to analyze the stock market and the crypto market. And it's going to be like real-time information for investing and looking at analyzing markets, which is pretty cool. And then they're also doing this thing called Google Trends, which they've already had for a while. But basically you can look up and see what all the trending like Halloween costumes are. And then they were saying for me to make a video about how to build a custom Halloween costume. The number one trending things is K-pop stars. Like, I don't watch K-pop, man. I don't know what K-pop is, but I'll see what I like in that list and maybe do that Gemini video. Because I've been doing videos on like how to find problems with your car or like rearrange your house or anything. Like the biggest video I made was how to fix your fridge, like to identify where your fridge filter is and how to change it and where to buy the filter. And that video has like 2 million views. So they must have seen one of those. So like what Google is doing with AI, because they have so much data to train on, it's pretty amazing. I would still say ChatGPT is still a little bit more intelligent in the quality of its answers, but Gemini's live mode is very impressive and it's free. So because it's free and anyone can use it on iPhone or Android, I find it works best on a Pixel, but it's a really good tool for like just fixing general things or like shopping. Like I used it to go shopping and I showed like different sauces on the shelf and I said which one's gluten-free, and it identified which is a gluten-free sauce, and it even like outlines it and all that. So pretty cool what Google is doing with all their data and AI models. So that was interesting. Fat Boy. That's a good name. If you have any tech questions, guys, let me know. Computers, laptops, phones, AI tools. I'll do my best to help you out and answer your questions. Okay. So I pretty much covered all the devices I thought that were good. I'm probably gonna end soon. I gotta finish up another video before the end of the night and post that. I used Gemini to actually fix up some of my thumbnails on the YouTube channel, so that should be a pretty good one. But anyways, I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Thank you so much for everyone who watched and commented. I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna try and do this more often, and I will see you soon.